Michael Schack. Welcome to BeatIt.tv, the Polish drummers website.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking time to talk to us.
No, thank you for the invitation.
And we're catching up with you at the Drumfest 2017 in Opole, Poland.
Yeah.
Just after your performance and presentation of the
yes, it's Roland, not long ago.
of the Roland instruments. Right?
Yeah.
First off, of course, congratulations on a great performance, and
thank you.
Everybody was really, drawn by it and attracted to it, and were listening very attentively and watching.
It's nice to hear.
And we also saw your performance at the NAMM show this year. It was really good.
With Vitopia, yeah.
Really loved it. The first question would be, what actually drew you to electronic drums? Because obviously you must have started from acoustic, because...
I still play acoustic.
Yeah, you had to, because, in the 80s you were already in your 20s, right? Or late teens, so and that was when electronic drums really started.
I think it was 84 or 85. I bought my very first electronic drum pad. It was a Dr. Boss, one of the very old ones, and you had 3 different modules. You had pew, pew, and then you had a clap, and you had a gate. And I had the clap and the pew. And so I just integrated it into my acoustic setup. And, I was, at that point I was in university, because I actually didn't study music. I studied economics, but I started playing with some cover bands. And I really wanted to make my own sounds and my own songs. So a little bit later, after a little bit of saving and not buying a car, I bought a sampler, a Roland sampler, which at that time was amazingly expensive. You had the Akais and you had the Rolands, and those were like 3,000 euros for 12-bit sounds or whatever. It was ridiculous. And then in the beginning of the 90s, I started, as a really young drummer, I started playing with a band which became quite successful in Belgium and Germany. And so I was making a little bit of a name as a blues funk drummer on acoustics. And suddenly I got a call from Roland, because they knew me from being a client for the sampler, and they said, hey, this was the end of November 1992, so exactly close to 25 years ago. Hey, we're gonna release a new compact electronic drum set. Would you be interested in trying it out? It was a TD7. And then 1 month later, I did my very first demo on a TD7 for Roland Benelux in Holland. And that's how my relationship with Roland became a very close drumming and product demonstrator relationship. And through, having to learn the instrument, but also integrating some of the pads in my acoustic setup and so on, it just became second nature. So I had the opportunity to grow as a drummer along with the development of drumming technology. The drum sets got better, the pads got better, then they released a multipad, and then a little bit later there was another module coming out, and then there were other kick pedals, and then there was the first SPD-S in 2002, and at the end 2003. So I was one of the first users immediately to also, when the SPD-S was still not there, to integrate like a DJ sampler in a drum setup. And Roland Japan people said, no, you cannot mix DJ sampler with drums. I said, of course you can. Show me the law which says I cannot do this. And that's how everything, evolved, and it's been a lot of fun.
think, yeah, your presentations are so great because you also show how to be adventurous with those instruments, you know?
Yes, without purposely trying to be adventurous. You know, this is, you know, the V drums, I actually use them for live performances. It's not, for me, it's not a demonstration instrument. It's actually something I need for my drumming career, you know, playing with electronic artists in Belgium, but also traveling the world and using those V drums on the stage. So it's not like just, oh, he gets paid by Roland. No, I need those drum sets to be able to play the music with these artists. Netsky and Milking, for instance. I also played Poland many times with Kate Ryan, and that was also on a TD-20. So it's, for me, it's a very natural thing.
Yeah, about the Belgian scene, actually, the Belgian musical scene. I mean, I'd say most people, a lot of people in Poland have no idea those acts are actually Belgian, right? They know the songs, they know...
Exactly.
You know,
well,
hits, Pump Up the Jam, or, you know...
Technotronic is Belgian. The Confettis, this is the Sound of Sea. The Sound is a friend of mine. We were actually at school together. Is from Antwerp, Belgium, Front 242. And Milking, which was also very popular, you know, in the 90s, beginning of 2000. With Milking, that was the very first dance act. So really dance music, which means 138 BPM, that totally went live with only electronic musical instruments. Fateless at that time, they were also using electronic music and playing it live, but the acoustic drums were played on top of the drum samples. So, you know, in Belgium there a lot of things happened.
Oh, yeah,
yeah, absolutely. And still now, for instance, Dimitri Vegas, like Mike, they're also from Belgium. The whole Tomorrowland thing is also from Belgium. But of course, Holland is also very influential with Nicky Romero, Afrojack, Tiesto. They're all Dutch. I don't know. It's not coincidence that so many of those current dance DJ producers are coming from Benelux, because the cities are so close together, and there's also a lot of nightlife.
You come from Antwerp, right?
I come from Antwerp, so there's a lot of influencing going on. And then people that from electronic music labels, like for instance also Bonsai Records and so on, that's Belgian, they all jumped on the opportunity and people liked it. It's like our version of Seattle grunge.
Yeah, the dance.
Yeah, the dance thing.
Seattle, yeah.
I must say that Poland was one of the first countries where dance music was also really popular immediately. You know, when the Berlin Wall fell, immediately people went into electronic music. So.
You've also worked with Clouseau, right? Which is slightly different musically.
Yeah.
But Close Encounters was such a hit all over Europe, also in this country. You know.
It was not a hit in Belgium because
it wasn't a dance track.
No, and also the thing is with Clouseau, they actually normally sing in Dutch. So when I played with them, they were still doing the Dutch thing. They were actually back to going Dutch because I joined the live band a year after their English adventure. And then now they're still active and they sell out arenas, but only in Belgium and Holland. Yeah.
Okay, what's happening next? I mean, of course, I'm not asking you to reveal Roland's plans for next year because that's going to happen in due time. But what's going to happen in your artistic life in the coming months?
Well, actually, there is a big thing happening. Of course, I'm still the drummer with Netsky. Milk Inc. is not playing right now because, there's been a sad passing of the daughter of the main singer. So Milk Inc. is not playing right now. But I'm really investing and going for my solo DJ drummer concept. So I used to have a duo together with a good friend of mine, which was called Square Electric, and we played Benelux and Spain. And I'm now taking it to the next level. I'm actually standing up on stage behind the drum set, V-drums, and I'm the DJ and the drummer at the same time. And I did some festivals in Belgium, I did some things in Holland, and I'm really happy because it's kind of taking off. I have no single released, it's just word of mouth, and I actually play in between on festival stages as the electronic act, and I play my mashups and play the drums live, and people dance. As long as they dance, it's good. When they start standing still, I'm out of work. Yeah.
I don't think that's possible, at your shows because they're so energetic and, you bash the hell out of those V-drums.
I know. Yeah.
And they really, I suppose, stand that test.
Absolutely. With my TD30 set, which I did 4 years of, actually nearly 5 years of Netsky, it's still the same original mesh heads. But, it's something that is adrenaline probably, and of course also on my YouTube channel there's a lot of people reacting to the clips like, hey man, you shouldn't play this loud or this hard or whatever. I always say, show me the law which says I cannot do this. It's my way of movement, some people are more timid people, but when I'm behind the drums on stage, I just want to, move. So it's as long as my body allows me to, I will always find a way to drum in a more, let's say, in an enthusiast way. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's a nice way to finish off.
Enthusiasm is everything. Not only in drumming, but in many things. If you have sex without enthusiasm, nothing will happen. Same for drumming.